I swear Louis just sent me the beat.
Boy in the rat race, only black boy among the gang that he hangs with. 1999, it's a millennial party. Got a tonic wine out for the night, he's on a mad yin. Dressed in the best of crepes, nearly cost trackies. Pocket full of money that he spent all day stacking. Smiling all the time and always joking, always laughing. Anywhere he goes, he's got him staring, got him glancing. Always wears a hat, the latest jewellery in fashion. Always coming through with a full crew right down to back him. Calling him a madman and birds are calling him handsome. Charismatic, charming, and he's ready for that action. Smile on his face but always dealing with some drama. Trauma for the house that he grew up in, full of violence. Every day that's going by it gets a little harder. Mum's dying of cancer and his stepdad is a bastard. Kicked him out the gaff, hard times are getting harder. Only dad he had made it clear he's no his father. Living with his girlfriend and let her know he had her. And then she told him that she's pregnant, now they're planning a new chapter. Finally a little light to help him through the darker days. Try to contact family and everybody's acting strange. Stepdad's telling them better stay far away. He just wants to see his ma before the day she's passed away. Living in a tragic place, try to keep a happy face. Drinking and he's smoking more to deal with the anxiety. Turned up at the family home to see his mum once again. On that day they brought her back, she was in a casket case. Everybody's crying now, emotions running higher now. 4 siblings with him all together in the family house. Wishing they could turn the hands of time right back around. Wishing that they could have said goodbye, but they can't now. Planning how he's gonna do his man proud now she's gone. Things are looking worse and worse every day as time goes on. Looking forward to the baby on the way being born. Till his missus told him that she's lost it, now the baby's gone. Down he's feeling broken but he's gotta keep it moving on. Gotta keep a level head and trying not to lose the plot. On the streets he's the man that won out of the troops are calling top boy. So he's doing his best to keep on looking strong. Time goes on, he really made a name up in the scheme. Only 17, now he's nearly 18. He's still living with his missus, he's gone back and forth on missions. Till his sister got a house and now he's living in between. Different schemes, gang fighting, you know how the Neds do. So much bad emotion, needs a way to vent out. Always living stressed out, ready for a breakdown. Still try to be a role model for his nephews. Now he's at his sister's gaff with her and a little lad, looking up to him like a hero, like he is the man. Just turned 5, they're dummy fighting, playing, having scraps. Showing him how to throw a punch and how to use his fist and that. Always playing, joking, always trying to make the most out of the situations he was faced with, finding ways to cope with it. 18th birthday's coming up, it's just a day before it, and the only plan he's got for it is take his nephew home with him. Little nephew's buzzing, it's the first and only time that his mother's gonna let him stay with someone overnight. So he promises his sister that the boy will be alright. He can go away and stay with his uncle anytime. Said he's coming back, but for now he's going home. So he got up on the bus and he set off on the road. Said he's coming back tomorrow, and just so they know, he took a bag on his back with his nephew's new clothes. Made his way across the city, made a stop or two. Had a couple bottles, got to catch up with the trips, but the time was getting on, so he had to make a move. He had to get back to his girlfriends that waiting in the house. Heading back, went and past the land of a rival gang. Ran into a situation there that he hadn't planned. Everyone he fights with, waiting there by the chance. Walks into the mall and tells him that he's down to have a scrap. Ain't nobody wanting that, they know that he can back the chat. They know that he's about it, so they'll try to shake his hand in that moment that he turned his back. That was when the rats attacked, stabbed him in his neck and hit an artery. That was that, dropped down and collapsed after one fatal strike. 18th birthday coming up in just a couple hours time. On that night he lost his life to a shite bag with a knife. He couldn't face him in a fight, had to snake him from behind. Story I just told is a story of a soldier, fearless, won't meet nobody bolder. The nephew in the story was a boy, now he's grown up. Better yet, the nephew was the one that sat and rode us. Hey, rest in peace Leroy Sheridan. This one's for you.
Merry Christmas, Michelle, Chris, Larissa, Rosalie, Louis. We'll see you all soon.
Is it true that automatically you can jump from capitalism to socialism? No. The ruling bourgeoisie will try to kill you first, suppress you. So when Marx says in the Communist Manifesto, you must win the battle for democracy, It means you must assert your democratic rights, the right to assemble and speak out, and all the other rights. And then when your mass movement becomes big, and then they will try to suppress you, they will come out with fascism. So before you can have socialism, the monopoly capitalist class will unleash fascism under various pretexts. They use chauvinism against immigrants, xenophobia, Islamophobia, and also many other tricks just to hide the roots of the crisis.
Buenos dias. Morning, everybody. I cannot lie. I'm having what can only be described as a technical nightmare. But we shall persevere. I'm down to one monitor and I'm not sure the phone is going to last the duration. But assuming you can all hear me, we should be alright for the foreseeable. Morning to you, Matty. Morning to you. Bonjour, Rebecca. If you hang about, I'll be giving you some absolute riots, eh? He's into it. Morning, you. Nobody on the X, no? Ah, he's somebody's there. It's not loading my comments. Everything's just like. John Clifford. I hope you're well, John. I knew that you were in the l'hospice for whatever reason, but you're alright, mate. Hiya. Morning. Morning. Bonjour. Yes, I'm plagued by technical hell. Just as I say that, literally just as I said that, my other screen jumped back into life. Normally I'm looking over here. How long will it last? Right, okay. Welcome to the Agendalist Collective. Once again. You will need to just bear with me here, folks. Sorry. Okay. I don't know. I don't know what is. You see this battery thing. The What the X phone has met its end, unfortunately. So I'm gonna have to get another phone. It's not taking a charge, and In fact, this may well die. The phone may die. The entire stream is built around the ubiquity of the device, and the device is failing us. Maybe it's a metaphor. Maybe it's a metaphor for everything else that's going wrong in society. Maybe it's a good thing. Maybe all our phones will die, and then that'll be that. Right, let's have a wee look. There was a incident earlier where, see if this percentage bar does drop down. It's now saying 7%. I think we're in trouble. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? The phone goes. Christ. We have to log in on some other device or something. Okay, I've got 9 notifications. There was an incident this morning where, I don't know, I spoke to the lassie in the roll shop. She said that 2 police cars and a van had crashed in some kind of chase. That's all I know. No doubt the local media will send down their roving reporters to find out what's occurred. So the whitewash of the Bloody Sunday inquiry struck again, and another British murderer was let go without any repercussions for murdering. It's a strange world that we're living in, isn't it? You can get arrested if you wear a t-shirt with some words on it, but you can get off scot-free if you murder anyone. This is where we're at. Go to Eye Specialist Musselburgh Quality Service. Are you a young commission, or is this like a genuine recommendation? I've lost my entire. Oh, here we go. Karaoke. If the phone dies, what are we on? It's gone back up to 8%. We're fluctuating. Right. John White's been good as usual of late. He's been making some good points. No Bloody Sunday in 1972, no Warren Point in 1979. The colonial mind never learns. Ethno supremacy has consequences. Is that the JCP? I didn't realise with this handle. If it looks like you in that wee avatar. Oh, this was who is this? Gavin Robinson, DUP. Oh, I was surprised. A disgraceful post from the leader of a political party, waving around in triumph the insignia of a regiment that killed 14 unarmed civilians. Tribal sectarianism at its worst. Can he argue with that? In 1972, the Parachute Regiment shot dead 13 innocent people in Derry. Regardless of today's verdict, that is fact. It is fact. The leader of the DUP sharing the Paras album is trolling, abusing innocent victims, and dog whistling to extreme elements. Keir Starmer, digital ID will be a huge help in tackling illegal immigration. But it's so much more than that. It will empower people every day, single day, by giving you a new way to prove who you are. A new way to prove who you are, John rightly says. It will empower people every single day by giving you a new way to prove who you are. Why do we need to prove who we are? We are still at the stage of trying to work out who the fucking hell you are. Well said, John. Well said, Mr. White. Right. What else is occurring? As you can tell, this annoyed me yesterday. Now, I think, having seen other posts, is that music too loud? Let me know. Give me a sound check, by the way. I like this. Zambo's just straight in there. Good morning, Bob and the Bobettes. Good morning, Zambo. Good morning, Zambo. Welcome to What the X, the most technically vulnerable, volatile stream in the land. Keir is the tool his dad made. He is brutal, eh? He is an extraordinarily irksome fellow. This irritated me a bit, but I realise now, maybe on further inspection, is it like a meme? Is this map thing? I mean, I'm old, right? I'm not even ashamed to admit that I am now old. And I'm not down with the kids. I'm not down with the kids. I didn't ken what things are, right? But I ken what some things are. But is this a meme? This map thing? But it irritated me because Gillian Mackay is obviously this political party, this Green Party, and I just find it infantile. I think we're not really at, we're long past the point of kind of, cheeky japes, right? We've had 2 years of relentless slaughter and a slide to the right by the neoliberal parasites that occupy our political class. They don't have any integrity, they don't have any politics. We need proper class-based socialist opposition. And these performative, identitarian morons, I find it, I don't know if insulting is the word, but I find it tedious. And I have to say, by slapping a Palestine flag on your sort of meme board, I find it quite vulgar, Maybe that's does that say something about me? I don't ken. Dean Green Party are pretty cringe. Yeah, extremely, and I don't really understand why that. We need to be looking for political representation that's going to go and connect with people who have been completely ostracised. I mean, a lot of the communities that are currently experiencing, the impact of decades of disinvestment, mismanagement, deprivation, oversaturation with, if it is even immigration in certain areas that, they've not got the services to support that. People are struggling to get by. They haven't had any real political engagement. We've seen 40 years of a continual project of suppressing class consciousness. We've seen the liberal left co-opt the left. We've seen neoliberal, and that's what the Green Party represent. These people are bourgeois liberals, almost to a they them, and they're kind of presenting this idea that they are somehow espousing some kind of socialist values. You're not espousing socialist values. You're like Fisher-Price politics, and it's embarrassing. And you should be. It's just embarrassing, It's insulting. We'll get onto it more in a bit, I think. Shout out to Melroze, by the way. I started the show with Melroze's latest track, tribute to his uncle Leroy. So I thought it was a fantastic piece of work. I thought it was a great piece of work. And you know, more than just a music video and more than just a track, you know, a message that's as relevant now as as when that incident obviously happened. What a lovely young man he looked like. Another life stolen. How many guys like that have a part of Scotland's history, you know what I mean, and just not even recognised and acknowledged, you know, murdered by somebody of his own age. You know, it's a disgusting affront. This is Scotland. This is the real Scotland. This isn't Angus Robertson's Scotland. You know, this is the Scotland that a lot of people have been living for a long time. And these kind of exceptionalist representations of stags on hills and glens with running water and fucking all that shite. Shove your crampons up your arse, you bunch of fucking smug bastards. I'll be back in a minute.
The government in the Netherlands has recently stated that Israel is a security threat. Now, what I find really fascinating about that is that the Dutch government outsources its hacking of phones to an Elbit Systems subsidiary. So what I think Israel has been able to do during this period is insinuate itself into the state security of different countries in the world, and it's used the neoliberal era as a vehicle through which to do that. Generally speaking, if you look at neoliberalism in Britain, it has led to state-owned companies owning things like aspects of the railway, for example, okay? Or a French state-owned company like EDF owning part of the utilities here. So what happens then when you get intelligence companies like Celebrite, who are an outgrowth of Israeli Unit 8200, now having control of phone hacking in the country, or Oracle, which seems like an outgrowth of the CIA, but has an owner with clear loyalty to Israel. Also, the CEO of Oracle is Safra Katz. She's an Israeli, and she has gone on record as saying that any of our employees that have a problem with our commitment to Israel should work for somebody else. She says our commitment to Israel is second to none.
Fuck off.
There's one appointment I never cancel, and that's the hairdressers. Get it done locally in West Lothian, Jordan Alexander, Bathgate, great colourist. So no going into the tune for me to get my hair done. Shop local.
Bring back the the light and we come back to life. So much unnecessary stress in the night, keeping me awake, I can't shake. I am tossing and turning, I'm aching. So much I am breaking. Can't turn on the TV without something sinister. Come on my screen, symbolic speech from the minister, pretending to care while her care it is diminishing. Americanise everything, kids all now on Ritalin. We scratch the surface these days without a purpose or aim. Another nation is slain, forgot the war in Ukraine. Everything's so instantaneous, brains are daily washed. I'm so ashamed of us. We as a people using power as a currency. Money is scarce, desperate people is what worries me. What happened to living a life lovingly? For others, for prosperity, I'm begging, can we hurry please?
Aye. What are we on? 6%. Christ. Felipe on X chat. Greetings from Germany. My sister recently forced me to listen to the Proclaimers singing something about Leith. Is that what you are all into? I guess, maybe. Maybe. The Procinoids. Can he not, the Procinoids, like, you know? Shout out to Stevie Christie. This guy and Tommy Robinson at 4%. We're fucked. We're fucking Jesus Christ. Puta madre. Por favor, ¿qué pasa? Dime. Joder, tú amigo, tú hablas español similar por la cabana, ¿sí? Tú hablas español similar por la cabana, tú. ¿Sí? Tú no hablas español similar por la cabana. Tú es arrebatado. This was a good one, Jamaican Gleaner. His small penis turned me off. Let's go to my bookmarks. Down to 3%. Oh, fuck it. What can we do? What are we going to do? We've never been here before. We've never had this happen. This isn't. We might have to go karaoke. Aye, I can. Didn't ruin it. Obviously, I can. I've obviously got a backup plan, eh? But I thought, well, let's see. Let's see if the phone does actually die. But I like my phone. It's the thing, eh? It's like, this is the vibe. That's what it's about. How many What the X's have we done? We've done like over 100 or something. I think it's funny. I think it's funny how it annoys a lot of people. They didn't like it. A lot of folk in Scottish media and that, they didn't like it. A lot of folk in alternative Scottish media. People have been shouting about, like, you know, decent alternative Scottish media for a long time, and then they're like that. Fuck him and his fucking podcast and that, eh? And they were. Well, fuck you. Just plug your phone in, Bob. Niall Fraser. Good to see you, soldier. It is plugged in, that's the problem. It needs to be plugged in. We're down to 3%, right. This guy here. Check this soldier. Is it? Oh, this was the same. This is the same thing. I thought he'd done it again. Right, Euan McColm is obviously a teapot, and I don't know. I mean, I don't know what to make of Euan McColm. You know, he's just an old hack, right? And all of these people are irrelevant, right? We still look at them for the sake of it, but it's like, you know, the Neil Mackays, the Euan McColms, but they still populate what is ostensibly the last remnants of Scottish media. I mean, absolutely nobody follows, nobody reads newspapers, nobody pays much attention to what, in this tiny little ecosystem that they all exist in, the chat in classes. if we really did actually get an increased suffrage, if we really did actually get people registering to vote and then having kind of electoral candidates that they could vote for, even if it was just local people or something, it's there for the taking. That's the whole thing with contemporary politics. But the media is part of the same thing. Nobody reads newspapers. You know, nobody buys newspapers, nobody reads newspapers. If you look at and they still have to come to X to try to propagate the drivel that they come up with. So if you look at, you know, any of these Herald correspondents and stuff, if you actually look at their social media when they post their story, you're lucky if they get one like or one retweet or one repost. So it's just evident, you know, they're salaried, but they're just talking to themselves. And increasingly, in a tiny wee country like Scotland, I mean, that's the whole thing with the arts and everything. It's just this incredibly, increasingly narrowing kind of tiny little postage stamp ecosystem of the same blowhards talking absolute shite to each other. But I thought it was interesting because there was some protest here where the pro-Palestine students disrupted Michael Ben Gad's lessons today, screaming "Free Palestine." I like this. We've got a colleague, an ex-colleague of Euan McColm's. Worked with Euan McColm when he was a wee wannabe, was a prick then and still is. Well, at least he's consistent then, right? We can give him that. He was a friend of Eddie's, and Eddie was a super sound guy. So I have to allow Euan. I met Euan McColm briefly at Eddie's wake at the Hibs Club. But you know, Eddie was a very interesting guy who kept a lot of associates from all different walks of life. So I think that's part of that goes some way to it. Katrina's maybe still with us. Maybe she can qualify that. I'm very much one of these people that, you know, I don't like to consider people as the sum of their parts, because, you know, I've known incredible people who have just thought are, you know, have written them off. So, but when it comes to kind of journalism and stuff, you know, but the older they get, naturally, the more reactionary they get, you know, and this is we've seen protest curtailed to such a miserable degree, you know, and the main protest point, the main flashpoint of Gaza, you know, has essentially just been relegated to middle class students and well-meaning middle classes and liberals, kind of you know, going out and showing solidarity with it, which they all have my solidarity with. A lot of these, you know, I don't necessarily have a lot in common with a lot of these people in any other respect, but on this particular issue, they have my solidarity. But I just think Katrina's there. She says, "I quite like Euan personally. He's been nice to me, but his politics are brutal." Well, there you go. But are our politics not a representation of who we are? Is that not fair to say? Is that not, you know, isn't there some deep philosophy being done on this? We're hovering, is it still at 3%? But you know, this kind of the way that all anti-genocide protest has been maligned and you know, castigated and abused, and you know, I find it really disturbing, because, you know, we are on the precipice, I think, of an incredibly dark period if something miraculous doesn't happen, if we don't have some kind of cosmic or divine intervention. And what we see is with our, you know, our pathetic political class that are all the same, you know. Well, I had an interesting thing on Facebook. I don't really use Facebook. If I post on Instagram, it also posts on Facebook. And occasionally, every day or two, I'll maybe have a wee look. Maybe a couple of days, I'll go and I'll remember to log into the Facebook and I'll have a look. And I logged in, and there was a post that had about 150 comments on it. And it was a post where I had slagged off the Zach Polanski guy the other week there. I think Pat Kane, I don't know whether he was being facetious or not, but he alluded to what did I call him? I called him Genie. I called Zach Polanski Genio Multicoloured Spice Rack Man, you know, after he used that Benjamin Zephaniah poem, which actually you could argue is cultural appropriation. You know, it was interesting that he used a dead black poet to pass off for his political opportunism. Benjamin's not around to qualify whether or not he would approve or not. I mean, one might assume that he would be alright with it, but then we just don't know, do we? And I thought that was interesting, you know, that these progressives, it's like, oh yeah, the middle classes, they love a guy like Zephaniah, you know what I mean, because he's the acceptable face of black people for them, do you know what I mean? It's like the progressives love this, you know. But so he had done this piece, obviously, which was just nauseating, and I'd slagged it off. I was just kind of like, you know, just being a bit wide. And on Facebook there was just this torrent of mainly people in England, you know, but they were just fucking indignant. They were outraged that I had the temerity to attack Zach Polanski and the Green Party. And they were essentially trying to suggest that this Green Party guy and this Green thing was going to be like, this was the new politics that was going to triumph, and you know, it was going to dispense with all of this negativity. And it was interesting because it was the same thing that Pat Kane had kind of, you know, suggested. You know, he was saying like, are you not going to, you know, he was provoking that sense of me, I was being too acerbic or whatever, and pessimistic. You know, won't you allow us a scintilla of hope in this current paradigm? You know, and the answer to that is not. No. This is the politics of Sunday school, of the church service. This is the politics of, you know, people who are comfortable, who you know, I'm sure they're well-meaning people and all the rest of it, but it's the politics of people who are really quite detached from the coalface of what's actually going on in other parts of the country. And it's the politics of laziness. It's a liberal laziness. The Green Party politics and this Zach Polanski thing is it's like songs of praise, you know, and it's entirely ineffectual. And it's quite insulting, and it's also insulting if I saw there's a lot of weird podcasts popping up, things, a lot of clips of podcasts and stuff, and there's some quite interesting dialogue seems to be occurring from what I can see. I tell you what I am enjoying. I'm enjoying, and there's definitely an explosion of discussion about capital, and this is something that I've been banging the drum about for the last, well, forever really, but you know, the last 5-6 years I've been very, very noisy about this, you know. I like as well, I'm noticing that the liberals, some of these liberal frauds are all they talk about is cancel culture, you know, but they only talk about the symptoms of cancel culture. They never really want to talk about the cause. And there are some of us who have actually been talking about the cause of it for a long, long time, and I think it's quite intellectually dishonest of them as well to just ignore the fact that, you know, there are people who have been making some pretty effective critiques of this for a long time. But then that's just the nature of the game, isn't it? It's a self-preservation society. Katrina says, Eddie had the biggest stretch of friends from all parts of life. It drove me mad because I'm more hardcore. Euan and Eddie were good friends. They always argued. He showed great kindness. See, this is the problem, right? I mean, I don't know Euan McColm, right? I think I agree with Katrina. I think his politics is in his arse, and he's a daft reactionary. You know what I find annoying about Euan McColm's position on those young students is that those young students and the students that are protesting the genocide, what else are they meant to do? You know, that's you know, traditionally that's where anti-war, you know, protest emerged from the campus, and on that basis, I think young students, you know, almost all middle class, but they've taken up that issue as you would expect them to do. And I've got nothing but respect for them for that part, you know, for that matter. And I think these old armchair lazy fuckers that just want to sort of opine from the comfort of their sated fucking, you know, isolation. It's just kind of, I didn't get it. Bonnie Prince Bob bought around. What's that? This is the pie boy. Been a long time since I bought around. But that's because I didn't PV. Talking of buying around, you can buy me around if you put my Ko-fi thing in there. I need to put my Ko-fi link in there. You're more than welcome to support Discontent and support What the X by sending us some dosh on Ko-fi. But yeah, I find this relentless cynicism towards people who protest about what the horror of our lifetime, really, you know. And you can already see it being rewritten. You can already see that, you know, this idea that, you know, this supposed ceasefire, which isn't a ceasefire, you know. Also, the land that they're going to start to redevelop. The land that they're going to redevelop now and invest in is all the areas under Israeli control, you know, so they're just going to push them further and further into a smaller area so long as Hamas are there. We're down to 2%. Exciting. Look at this, look at the PR campaign that's going on here, you know. It's frustrating having to rummage around in a drawer looking for an old electricity bill just to open a new bank account. Digital ID will make our lives easier. You would honestly think this was a parody account, wouldn't you? You really would think it was a parody account, but it's not. We're down to 1%. You would honestly think it was a parody account. Has anyone ever seen McColm write anything positive about Scotland? After the Ukraine war and Gaza genocide, how can anyone still support the British government? It's a perfectly sensible question to ask. I'm going to plug the phone into a different charger. I'll be back in one momento. Well, I'll be back in a few minutes. I'll put on some wee clips here that I've sought out for your viewing pleasure.
The government in the Netherlands has These paintings, man. These are extremely special paintings. Really. There's a lot of history and a lot of like clues or whatever. Is there another one there? And then I think that's my best one, man. Fucking serious, dude. Wait, what's that? Jesus or something? What's his name? Jesus, and that he was. But she was a virgin. That must be Virgin Mary and Jesus. But anyway, look. And then there's a special one there. There was definitely virgins in that one anyway, because there were 12 of them. That one there. Can't shoot that one for painting again. Jesus.
These are the top 3 places to visit in Edinburgh if you're a tourist, part 2. In number 3, we got Gilmerton. Let me tell you about Gilmerton.
Gilly boys, rise up.
What goes up never come down. Who said that again? Twitter?
Yeah.
No, what goes up must come down. Knows, bro.
Anyway,
Gilmerton.
Gilly, yeah, great. Great, that's amazing.
Are you trying to get us killed? Tourists, lovely place. The greenery, the
Food
scenery,
places.
food places.
So many romantic places you can go to.
The motherfucking.
Motherfucking.
The motherfucking.
That's spit it out, man.
The people, innit? The people.
Relax. And then number 2, we've got Ox Gangs.
It's in the name.
Ox Gangs.
Ox Gang. Sorry, my bad. Tourists, amazing place to go.
Great. There's an amazing restaurant there called Restaurant.
There's a restaurant called Restaurant.
No, Restaurant. Shut the up.
There's a restaurant called the Restaurant.
There's a great takeaway there called Yaya's. There's a Morrison's.
Yeah, come on.
There's a pharmacy.
Oh, what? Oh
Scotland.
Oh my god.
Chinese takeaway.
Oh my god, are you guys hearing this?
Bro, Chippy, Tesco's,
Fuck!
police station. Unbelievable. Of my life. Yeah, shush, bro. Get set. Gang up.
Safe. Come. And then number 1, our favourite for last.
Have to go here. You have to go here. You have to.
And it is Pilton. You know Bonfire Night. Oh, Bonfire Night in Pilton.
It's magical.
It's like Disneyland.
It's like the Northern Lights.
That too, bro.
Instead of coming down for the Fringe or the Christmas markets, come for Bonfire Night in Pilton.
So tourists go down to Pilton.
Pilton, ASAP.
For the people that live in Pilton,
Quick.
You're lucky as fuck.
Hurry.
You're lucky as
Yeah,
fuck.
you're so lucky.
Shut the fuck up and let me talk, bro. Enough. We get it. Pilton's your home, your heart.
Yeah, exactly.
Pilton is the go-to spot.
Unbelievable. You need to go visit now, like right now.
As you're watching this video, bus 19 or 8 to Pilton right now.
Yeah, he would know because he's a bus wanker. My bad, bro. No, genuinely.
I have to think what I can say.
Wait. Chill.
Relax.
Yo!
Relax. I'm not gonna do anything, bro.
Why you seem to be relaxed?
Just let go, relax. I'm just construction, bro. Just let go.
That's one because I can't be doing this all day. Look, that one there, look. Look at that one. That looks like an English flag, but I don't know. But listen, I'm coming back here. This is good. This is what you call education and knowledge. It's good to know these things because there's always like hidden messages and it's like a jigsaw.
That's not good, bro.
I can tell you 3 funny jokes.
Go on then.
What bees make milk?
I don't know, bro.
Boobies.
Go on, what's
What
that?
do you call a Mexican that's lost his car?
I don't know.
Carlos.
Hey, he's funny. Hey, go on, what's the next
What do you
one?
call an unemployed Rasta from Jamaica?
I don't know.
Jobless.
Hey, this guy's funny
This one's
still.
a bit below the
What's your
belt.
name, fam?
What did the cannibal do after he ate his wife?
I don't know, bruh.
He dumped her. Please, brother, if it's a pound or 50 pence,
Do you know what?
better, you know what I mean?
You know what? You know, cause hey, you got 50p on you.
That one, but that's no pain. That's fucking probably proper gold or whatever. That's probably gold too. That's probably gold. Oh yeah, there's things there. And there's that there. And there's that there, man. Wow, this place is actually amazing.
We've lost the phone. It's finally happened. It's the. This was the day that the What the X phone died. Live on air. What can we do? Well, it's just me now. I feel like, you know, I've been liberated. It's a sign. I've been freed. Freed from the phone. Rebecca Radical, yes. Cheers for playing our track, man. Our new album, Actual Dance Beats, is up on most streaming platforms if anyone wants to give it a spin. Cheers. So that's Absolute Riots with Rebecca Radical. That track I played, which was a belter, was called Fed Up. Are we all feeling a bit fed up? I'm feeling a bit fed up. I've lost my phone, man. I've lost my bookmarks. I've lost my bits and bobs. Never mind. Right, what's this? See, I can't see. See, it's not the same. What's he saying? Bella Caledonia. Nigel Farage is nowhere to be seen, and all the media that were desperate for a reform win are very quiet. The death of two-party politics in Britain has dire consequences for the union. Well, it's election time coming, isn't it? The SNP shill's got to do his barking, I suppose, like, you know? So boring, isn't it? Scottish politics, man. Oh, he's a gun. So what happened? Plaid Cymru won in Wales. I suppose that's good, because Labour do need to die in any shape or form whatsoever. It's important that the Labour Party are put to the sword, but by who and by what, you know, what we want to replace them with. Especially in Scotland, you know. We have literally nothing. I'm gonna have to move here. You don't get the oh no, it is the following and for you, it's up here. Aid to Gaza was still only a fraction of what is needed. There's a surprise, Can't disagree with that, Mr. Fuchs. Maybe I can go on. I could go on Instagram on my other with that. What do you call it? I can't even remember what you call it when you pair the phone. What's it called again? iPhone mirroring. Or maybe I'll just go and have my lunch. What time's it? A bit early for that. Right, well, Rebecca Radical is being complimented in the comments section. Rightly so. I've had a message on my Instagram. It is. I don't know. I don't know what. Can you please speak about the injustice of the Bloody Sunday trial at some point? How this relates to the ongoing corruption of British government and state, the atrocities of colonialism, imperialism, and oppression of people in Ireland, and how this relates to what is happening in Palestine right now. Well, I think Grace Keeley has just said exactly what anybody with a brain would want to say, to be honest. What's happened and the whitewash with the Bloody Sunday situation there that I touched on at the start is just, you know, I almost don't have the brain power to have to just deal with it. It's so predictable, isn't it? But it is an affront. Where was that guy? There was that prick was standing outside the court, wasn't he? And everyone was where's the? We'll do something more in depth on it when we read the fallout from it all. It is an affront. It's a disgrace. It's a disgraceful decision, you know, and it's no less than we expect from the British establishment. You know, I've mentioned. I mean, what can we say, man? You know, Britain is an indefensible, corrupt society that needs to be destroyed. You know, the union. It's disgusting. It's a disgusting affront. It's a putrid, fetid hemorrhoid on existence, you know, the British state. You know, it's a product of slavery and landed gentry and pedophilia and fucking, you know, primogeniture, you know, passing on the land and title to your firstborn son via sodomy. That's how it really works. That's how it really works, you know. What's happened there in Ireland is outrageous, you know what I mean? What's occurred there is just horrendous. But like, yes. And what have we got as our defence? We've got Ross Greer, we've got a guy, we've got some sort of Blue Peter presenter fuckwit. That's our great hope, is it? That's the unifying force that we need politically. I noticed that there's an anti-poverty. So there's an anti-poverty march happening tomorrow in Edinburgh, and they're bussing people in and everybody, and they're making a big song and dance. And ever the cynic that I am, obviously, I'm a bit intrigued as to what this is actually about, right? Because as far as I'm aware, there is no actual political movement within this body of people that are turning up to basically collectively say, oh, poverty is bad and that, and the government need to do more, right? So we've got a big day out tomorrow, right, where trade unions have mobilised people. And so this is this kind of like, you know, fruitless activism where everybody comes and they all come and they gather together and a few people get up and they speak and they say some stuff and then everybody, oh yes, that's very good, right? With what? It's not an actual movement, is it? It's not politicised. And this is to do what? To put pressure on a political class that are corrupt by design, by the system itself. So you have this kind of weird situation, and the thing that I was obviously pointing out is that the main speaker of the day is Ros Foyer. I think she's the chairwoman of the STUC or something, is she not? And it transpired recently that Ros Foyer has got 5 houses. She's got quite a large property portfolio, and one might you know, reasonably argue that this is incongruent. This is not particularly the sort of, you know, the sort of thing that a socialist, a self-declared socialist and leader of a trade union should be pursuing as a sort of grand property portfolio, to be a landlord. I mean, does anybody want to chime in with any perspectives on this? So it's a big day out where we're talking about making poverty history or something, you know, or an anti-poverty campaign, and the main speaker is a trade unionist landlord. Like, what the fuck? I mean, you can't write it. It's like it's like satire. Is it not? The satire writes itself, you know? What do we think? Is that alright? Is that cool? Yeah. Next up, Rackman. Next up, yeah, Roz is a landlord with lots of properties. Wants to tell us how you can get a better yield on your investment properties so you can get yourself out of property. Poverty. Make property, eh? Maybe it's not poverty. Maybe it's a property march. Fucking hell, honestly. What a load of shit.
In fact, you know, we had...
Alright, wait, I'm not going away. Lost her out my phone, eh? Daniel Fuchs, Starmer's job to destroy the Labour Party and enable a reform government. His other big task is to bring in digital IDs and CBC's central bank digital currencies. Starmer works for the Trilateral Commission, always has done. His task is to serve the interests of the ruling class who are carrying out the Great Reset. Daniel, lots of socialists, lots of sort of controlled opposition. Miguel Oliver, the Soldier F acquittal has links to the Israel lecturer thing. Each illustrates the UK establishment insistence that sins of the past committed in the name of the state are excusable and must be excused. Absolutely. Absolutely. To be honest, I'm actually, when I was a kid, right, I was always kind of, I was like the only guy, I'm talking even primary school, I was like the only guy who was kind of conscious of the Irish question, and the Irish question, that's how we used to talk about it, you know. It was quite weird, you know, it must have filtered down through my old man or something, you know what I mean, but it's like... Then years later I became friends with Jerry Conlon, who was, you know, a guy who again had been horrifically treated by the British establishment. A man who served 17 and a half years of his life for a crime that he didn't commit, you know? And the scale of abuse that the Irish people have experienced as a result of Britain and the British state, you know? That's why, in some ways as well, though, that I have such contempt for our contemporary nationalist movement, because it's a fake movement. It's like, this is the problem that we have, right? Okay, like it's a question of demographics, right? The contemporary political class, our political parties, David Jameson called them, you know, well, I learned later that I thought it was his term, but it's the correct term, but it's cartel parties, you know? But they're just businesses, they're just political organisations, they're just businesses, and that's what the SNP are. the SNP are just a business, and they're in the business of electoral power. They're not interested in disrupting the British state. You have to be so naive and myopic and, you know, lacking any political acumen to really grasp what that's about. This is not a movement, it's not a revolutionary movement, it's not a movement that's going to break up the British state in any shape or form whatsoever. But the idea that I still believe, like I do believe, that you can disrupt at the ballot, but that takes a particular type of organisation and thinking. And something that people need to realise is that the part of the reason that they want such consolidated control now at this stage is because, you know, in my opinion, that there is a vulnerability at the ballot. And I think they kind of know that, and they're kind of concerned that maybe people figure that out. Right now, the existing political class rely on an apathetic electorate and low turnouts. They've eroded suffrage, they've eroded the notion of participating in democracy to the point that almost nobody bothers. And the analogy I was making to somebody the other day was about car manufacturing. But they do know what demographic does actually vote, right? And for example, since 1990, or around about that time, the dominant vote is the ABC ones, which is basically like property owning middle classes, older cunts that watch fucking BBC and all the rest of it. They all vote, and they outvote working class voters by 25% and more than 25%. That's their demographic, right? That's who they're always pitching to. So it's like when you manufacture motors, you know, nobody's going to. Why do all people carriers look the same? Why does somebody doesn't go, oh, let's put a Ferrari engine in a people carrier or something? You're not going to do that. It's completely pointless. The market isn't there for it. There's no market for it. And in the electoral market, the political class and the political parties, the business of politics is interested in pitching to an already well ascertained political market, an electoral market, right? So that's why, you know, and then the, you know, Mike or whatever was going on there about reform getting all this exposure and stuff, you know, because there's also questions of social engineering by the bourgeoisie, by those the ruling class. The ruling class own all the media. That's why you should listen. All jokes aside, you should support independent media. Try and support people that are actually advocating and putting forward an entirely different outsider perspective on this. Because even those who present themselves as alternative voices are in actual fact, very often, more often than not, and certainly in Scotland, supplicants of the state. This is how we see this particularly in our arts, in our funded arts sector. Arpignon, the Catholic side of the Irish question was scrawled all over the desks of my secondary school. I learned more from the desks about it than the school curriculum. Yeah. Mondeo, man, yeah, that's right, remember that. It's all controlled opposition, yes, it is all controlled opposition. But this is why it's important to consider why, you know, there are, is the game lost entirely? I'm not entirely sure about that. You see, I give you an example, okay, even when it comes to social media. If you look at these type of accounts, Arpignon and I were talking about this the other day. If you look at these type of accounts like Jim Spence, Swivel-Eyed Reactionary, Stuart Campbell, the Reverend, the Wings Over Scotland Teapot, the incel in Bath, they're all making a lot of money out of X because their accounts are monetised. And if you propagate a certain type of rhetoric, you will make money from that, the way that Musk has set up the platform. So the platform itself, even these media channels and stuff are set up to monetize a certain type of political and social agenda, which ties into questions of social engineering. And this also ties into what Miguel was talking about with the Israel question, you know. We're being manipulated, but there are many, many willing bag carriers of demonic Zionism the ruling class, the bourgeoisie or otherwise. People like Wings and that are actual parasites because they're doing the heavy lifting for the ruling class. Normalising concepts of voting for reform, normalising, and this then permeates into the cultural experience. I mean, I'm not saying that that fucking idiot and his stupid posts are directly responsible to instances of racism or all the rest of it, but the cultural atmosphere that now kind of blends between what people see online and what people experience in their daily lives in various parts of the country, the lines are blurred, you know. I think sociologists or anthropologists or otherwise, if we outlive this period, will recognise the influence that these mediums had on our cultural perceptions. I don't think there's any doubt about that. It's certainly where political agitation is there's so much money. We saw Netanyahu himself come out and say how fundamentally important the conquisition of these platforms was, because they recognise the influence that they have. And this rhetoric of racism, of xenophobia, this is the kind of last vestige, pre-fascist kind of conquest. It always manifests itself in racism first. The levels of xenophobia and racism and bigotry that we're seeing just pouring out all over the place. Have we ever seen anything quite like this? The game is not lost. We are just using the losing tactics. Part of the problem with the left, or the neoliberal left, is it dresses its. The neoliberal left is definitely so. Bears a vast amount of responsibility for this, because solidarity for them is just a word. Really, what they're interested in is individualism. I mind when Cat Boyd was doing the undercurrent thing, and I was talking to Cat, and we were talking about the left and the contemporary left or whatever, and I said something to her about about how the actual the woke left or the neoliberal left or other, I mean, these performative ideas of socialism and solidarity and all the rest of it, where they actually, the truth is that they're very comfortable with the individuated, trappings of capitalism. And she said, she turned around and she goes, nah, they love it, they totally love it. And she was right, she was dead right. And that's the problem, that with the erasure of class, with the erasure of class solidarity, with the erasure of class politics, with the erasure of community politics, it's very much it's a superficial appendage. And that kind of ties in some ways to that pathetic meme that this Green Party idiot, this infantile fool has popped up there as some kind of meaningful political statement. It's just embarrassing. Lived in Pollock Shields for a good part of my life. I've never seen this level of racism we see now. Indeed. Back in a minute.
In fact, we had something close to pure capitalism. I remember debating a businessman on this, and he kept talking about the free market, this, that, we didn't govern that. I said, you're describing something, and if only we could. I said, why must you talk about it as a hypothetical future that has never been given a chance? I said, we did that already. It's called 1890. In 1890, you had a very close approximation to a free market. And what did we have? We had contaminated foods and typhoid epidemics, cholera epidemics. The drinking water in Philadelphia was so contaminated, they had massive typhoid epidemics. We had 11-year-old kids working 14 hours a day in factories, free market, while grown men were unemployed. Young underage girls exploited in factories, used in every way, misused in every way in the free market. No government regulations, no bothersome feminists to come along and fill our heads with silly imaginary problems. We had an environment that was systematically pillaged and raped. We had unrestrained monopolies and trusts. We had mass poverty, unemployment. We had no pension programs, unsafe working conditions, a rate of accident and injury that was even higher than it is today. And we had very, very high profits. So you're right, capitalism was working at its best. And that is when capitalism works at its best. Not for the people, but for the capitalists. See, the whole essence of that system is that it has a performance and a goal that is for the people who own the system, not for the people who inhabit the country. And in that sense, it was a better system. And when that guy sits there and says, it was better, it'd be better if we had this, better if we had, he's talking from his class perspective. He honestly believes that would be better. And it would be so much better for him, he can't but help believe that it would be better for everyone else. People always pose that. Well, do you think they really honestly think that is an ideology that it would be for the country, or it's their selfish class interest? As if this is either or. I always get a question, some variation of a question like that. That's not either or. Those are both the same thing. The fact that it so well serves their class interest makes it all the more compelling as a belief that it's good for everyone. And it's the right thing and it's the best thing.
There was a moment when I was under in the darkness. Fading. I could feel. And I knew. It was so clear. I could feel it. I could feel it. It was like I was part of everything that I ever loved. And we were all just fading out. And all I had to do was let go. And I did. I said, darkness, yeah. And I disappeared. But I could still feel.
Right, well, unless anybody has anything absolutely imperative that they wish to share, then I'm gonna... What's this? What's this? 2 hours ago. 3 Scottish Green councillors have defected to Jeremy Corbyn and Zara Sultana's new left-wing party. It means that your party now have their first political representation in Scotland. So this is what they were always going to do, right? They were going to just like they were going to take existing councillors.
Come close to the screen and listen. People don't have to like you.
They were going to get existing councillors and they were going to be part of the thing.
Look in the mirror.
So who are they?
You see. You better love what you see. Thank you to the critics. Thank you.
Can't read it. I'm not got a fucking. This is the newspaper experience for the non-subscribers. Amazing, eh? So who is it? Who cares? Oh, actually, I'm actually interested. Is it that? I wonder if it's that guy. Now I do want to know. Who is it? Tell me now. Who was it? Does anybody know who it was? These 3 Greens do not represent Scotland. Get them out! Right then, I've got to get my phone fixed. Might as well say it for those at the back. support discontent. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. All the usual gubbins. Hiya. 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 You think I can't be funny? I'm one of the funniest folk you ever fucking never knew. You didn't ken how funny I can be. I can be funny as fuck if I want to be, right? Just don't ever forget that. All the cunts that want to be with, you don't can fuck all. Do you ken what you can? Fuck all. That's what you actually can. Let's just keep it that way for now, eh? It suits me just fine, right? You can fuck all. Where else are you going to get this level of verbal tirade on a Friday morning? Well, this, in some ways, I'm not sure, but this might be the last Friday morning. When do you want What the X to return? What evening? What time? This is what I've been trying to figure out. What time would work best? I'm going to do an evening show, but I need to figure out when. I've been giving it some thought. I've got a busy week next week. Get it on a t-shirt. You can fuck all. Do you know what? We will get it on it. Let's just tell you what, we will get it on a fucking t-shirt. Who's Ellie Gomerdal? I don't care who that is. Let's Google them. Let's Google them, right now. What are they called? Ellie Gomerdal. Alright, I tell you what. Oh, this isn't that. That's the Gomersaw. That's the person from the Nationalist. The National. Well, we'll not do a Wednesday evening then, eh? I wasn't going to do a Wednesday evening anyway. Ellie Gomersaw, yeah, okay, this is the trans person that was at the National. Is it not the editor of the National? They're actually a councillor, or I don't know. I ken what I'm going to do just before I go. It's a list candidate, so they're not actually elected councillors, is that right? They're just candidates. What? So that's their big thing. Oh, we're not going to be list candidates for the Green Party, we're going to be list candidates for Corbyn and Sultana's party. I can't get the remove paywall. Oh no, this one's done it, has it? Glasgow councillors, but is it? No, these are 3 Glasgow councillors. Sinead Hoy, Dan Hutchison and Leolis Massey. They will form a group on the City Council. The announcement comes ahead of Zara Sultana's visit to Glasgow this evening, where she will speak to a sold-out crowd of more than 400 supporters in Maryhill. A sold-out crowd, eh? What a load of shite. Wednesday's not happening on Wednesday. Yeah, alright, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking Thursday evening. Maybe Thursday evening. Right, Ken what? Just slaving it. It's been nice to chat to you all this morning. I ken I wasn't my most organised. It is the disorganised vibe, but what with the technical fuckery and whatnot. Adam Ramsey, Adam Ramsey, he can't stand him. Right, Thursday then. Thursday it is. Thursday is the provisional. Well, in that case, if it's this Thursday coming, you've got less time to wait till the next show. I'm going to leave you all. It's been a wonderful morning as always. I'm going to leave you with a belter of a tune from the greatest man in the world, Hugh Reid. This is a nice wee way to spend the rest of your Friday sailing on the Waverley by the amazing, the inimitable Hugh Reid. I'll catch you later. Maybe catch you on Thursday. See you later.
I'm sailing on the Waverley. I'm sailing on the Waverley. I'm sailing on the Waverley. On the Waverley today. A couple of trams on the Waverley. A couple of trams on the Waverley. A couple of trams on the Waverley. On the Waverley today. I can feel the boat start to sway. I can feel the boat start to sway. I can feel the boat start to sway. On the Waverley today. Stopping off in Rossi Bay. Stopping off in Rossi Bay. Stopping off in Rossi Bay. On the Waverley today. I can feel the pipes start to play. I can feel the pipes start to play. I can feel the pipes start to play. On the Waverley today.
see